Hi there. In this video, I am going to cover a Invest Wordmark logo animation in After Effects. Also, you will learn how to design a wordmark in After Effects and manipulate shape layers like Pro and using Graph Editor to enhance the motion. For practice, you can download this project file using the link in the description below. Before moving forward, I'd like to let you know that my videos are now available in multiple languages. So feel free to watch in your native language for a better understanding. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we are in After Effects, and let's create a new composition first. Name this comp whatever you want. I am using a full HD resolution for this animation. Next, I'm going to select the text tool and then type our wordmark name. For your information, I'm using this font for this logo. Then I align the text to the center of this composition. And now I'm going to change this text layer into a shape layer. So select the layer, then right-click, go to Create, and select Create Shape. It will convert our text into a shape layer. But right now, all letters are in a single shape layer, and we want each letter in a different shape layer. Let me show you how you can do it. So first, I rename this layer as I letter, and then I duplicate this layer and change its name to another letter. I repeat this process for the rest of the letters. Now if I open layer T, you can see right now each shape layer contains all letters. So let me show you how you can delete the extra letters in this T layer. I select all the letters except T and then delete them. Right now, if I solo this layer, you can see we got only the T letter in the shape layer. Now I select another letter and then repeat this process to get each letter in individual layers. It's a very easy and fast way to separate letters into individual layers. Once you're done with this process, then you can delete the text layer because we don't need it anymore. Then I select the I layer and duplicate it one more time. And then I rename this layer because we have two parts of this letter. So to separate them, I'm using the pen tool. Then I select one of the vertex points. Then I hold Alt and select all the path points and delete them. Right now, we got only the dot in this layer. I'm going to repeat this process with another layer so we get another part of the I letter in the shape. After that, I select all layers, then hold Ctrl on the keyboard and double-click on the pan behind tool to set the anchor point position to the center for each letter. Then I select the I dot layer and change its color to red. So this will give a contrast in this design. After that, I add a new null object into this timeline. Then I select all layers and parent them to the null object. Then I open the position properties of this null layer and add a keyframe at the first frame. Then I go to the 2-second mark in the timeline and create one more keyframe here. Then I go back to the first frame and change the position of the null object. All the text follows the null object just like this. I am moving it because I want the I letter placed in the center of this composition like this. Then I select both keyframes and drag them forward for now. Then I hide the rest of the layers and also lock them as well, so we can focus only on the I letter. First, select the I letter, then open its scale properties. Then I uncheck this link. That's important. At the 2-second mark, I change the X scale value to 450% and add a keyframe on the scale property. Then I go back to the first frame and change the Y value to 0. Then I scrub the timeline and change the Y value like this. Then once again, I copy the last keyframe and paste this keyframe here, also changing the Y value to around 70. So we got this bouncy movement. After that, I select all keyframes and easy ease them to make this movement even smoother. I adjust the first 3 keyframes slightly. Then I select the eye dot layer and open its position property. At this point, add a keyframe. Then I go back to the first frame and change its position like this. Then I go to the third keyframe and change its position like that, like it's going up. Then I scrub the timeline and trim the layer because I want the dot to come out when the white box pushes up. Then I go to the fourth keyframe and change the dot position like it's falling. Then I go forward and change its position once again, like it's bouncing back. And then lastly, I place it at the bottom like it's dropped to the ground. Let's see the preview. Now I am adjusting the keyframe. Then I select all the keyframes and easy ease them. After that, open Graph Editor. This is the point where the dot goes up to its highest point, so I change the graph like this. This gives me a natural movement of the dot falling. Then I go forward and place a marker at the third point where the ball goes down, so I change this graph like this. It gives a feel like the dot bounces back after going down. Now at the last keyframe, I want the ball to drop quickly and stay there, so I change the graph like this. Nice, it's looking good. Now it's time to play with the white box shape, so I place the marker around the third keyframe where the ball is going down. Then I search Path to reveal the path properties of this white box. Then I add a keyframe on the path properties and move forward to where the dot touches the white box. Then adjust the keyframe accordingly. Then go forward to the third keyframe. Using the pen tool, I create a vertex point, and then I change the path of this white box like this, so it will look like the dot pushes the white box shape. Then move forward a bit. And again, I change the shape of the white box like this. And then one last time, I change the shape back to the original. Now at this point, I open the scale value of the white box and add a keyframe. Then go to the last keyframe where the dot settles down. Here, change the box scale value to 0. So it will look like the dot pushes the box and smashes it. Let's see the preview. You can also easy ease them as well to smooth out the animation. Now, we finished this part. Now I select the null layer and then open the position properties to see the keyframes. Then I select both keyframes and drag them back to their position. After that, I select the eye dot layer, open its position property, then I go forward to the last keyframe and add a keyframe here. Then move forward and change the dot position like this, so it will go up. Then I select layer 1 and open its scale properties, and then I change the X value to 0 and the Y value to 0. Then I move forward a bit and change the X and Y values to 100. Then I go back and change the X value to 100. Then I select both keyframes and open the graph editor and change the graph like this. Then I also change the dot position, so it will be placed at its original position. And if I check the animation previews, it will look like this. Right now it's very slow, so I increase the speed by adjusting the keyframes. Then I select the initial position keyframes and easy ease them, then go to the graph editor and change the graph like this. Right now it looks nice. Let's move forward and see how to animate the rest of the letters. So first, I turn on the layer visibility and unlock the layer as well. Then I open the null layer position properties to see the keyframes, and I place the time indicator marker at the first keyframe of the null object. And then I deselect everything, zoom in a little bit, and then I select the rectangle tool. Make sure stroke is off, and then I create a rectangle over the N-shaped layer. Make sure it's covered completely. Then I rename this layer as 1. Then I change its anchor point to the bottom of the shape, like this. And then I open the scale properties of this layer 1 and add a keyframe. Then I uncheck this link and change the Y value to around 0%. Then I go further a bit and change the Y value to 100%, and then change it to 0%. Also, I parent this layer to the null layer, so we got this kind of animation. Then I select all the keyframes, adjust a bit, and easy ease them. Then I open the graph editor and change the graph like this. Then I cut this layer at this point, and then duplicate this layer. Also change its color to white, and drag it on the V letter. I repeat this process a couple of times until I covered all the letters with the rectangle boxes. You can adjust the size of the box and the color as well. After that, I arrange these layers like this. So if I play the preview, you can see how it comes into the screen one by one and then goes back to their original position. Then I open the dot and I layer keyframes and adjust them according to our box movements. After that, select the null object and duplicate it. Also place it above all the layers. Then rename this null layer to text controller. After that, I select all the letter layers and place them above the box layers. Then I select those layers and change their color label to recognize them, and then parent them to the text controller layer. After that, I arrange the letter layers like this. Also, I select the box layers and place them below the letter layers. Let me adjust these layers slightly so that we get a nice reveal animation. Alright, at this point, place a marker at the first keyframe and change the text controller position. So you will get this kind of revealing motion. Let's see the final preview. That's how you can create this kind of Wordmark logo animation in After Effects without using any plugins. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.